But before we discuss our topic today, let us pray the Dominican blessing. In the name of Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
May God the Father bless us. May God the Son lead us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us and give us eyes to see with, ears to hear with, hands to do the work of God with, feet to walk with, and mouth to preach the word of salvation. And may the angel of peace watch over us and lead us at last to its gift of the kingdom.
Amen. The Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Once again, good morning. So we will be discussing propositional logic. Ano bang ibig sabihin yan? Anong ginagawa natin dyan? So let's define first what is propositional logic. So propositional logic is concerned with the statements to which truth values, which is either true or false, can be assigned. So pag sinabi natin propositional logic, proposition, these are statements that can be assigned with true, either true or false. Either. So ibig sabihin, pag true siya, hindi siya pwede maging false. Either true or false, but not both. Okay? Logical reasoning provides theoretical base for many areas of mathematics, consequently computer science. So bakit included ang propositional logic or logic sa course ninyo? Because this is the foundation, this is the start or theoretical base for many applications in computer science like design computing machine, artificial intelligence, definition of data structures. But before we go to the complex or before the complex part, ito yung pinagmumulan yan. Bakit? Paano nangyari yan, ma'am? Remember kasi 'di ba, the only language understood by computer is machine language, 1 or 0. Bits, 1 or 0. Say 1 is true and 0 is false. So yun lang yung naiintindihin niya, true or false, 1 or 0. That's how, paano mag-isip yung computer, paano siya mag-execute ng commands. Execute niya kung true siya, kung 1, hindi niya execute kung false. So kaya siya naging theoretical base for many applications in computer science. Kasi ganun yung thinking, ganun mag-isip si computer. Next, proposition is a collection of declarative statements which has either, again, true or false value. Propositional consists of variables and connectives. Propositional variables are denoted by capital letter A, B, C, D, etc. And connectives are connect the variables. So if you remember yung logical operation natin last semester, so logical operator and, not, or. So ito yung operand natin, A and ito yung tinatawag na propositional variables dito. Connectives, ito yung tinatawag nating operators last sem or and. They connect the propositional variables. So same behavior lang. So practice. Which of the following are identify if the sentence is a proposition? And if it is a proposition, what is the truth value? If it's true or false. Number 1. Today is Friday. Proposition, not proposition. Statement number 1, today is Friday. Is this a proposition? Not a proposition. Not a proposition, not a proposition, sabi ni JC and Iran. Not a proposition. Balikan po natin yung definition of proposition. Proposition are declarative statements that has either, it can be either true or either false. Today is Friday. Declarative statement, yes. Either true or false siya. Today is Friday is true. Today is Friday is false. Do you think the statement is a proposition? Today is Friday. Proposition, not proposition.
Proposition.
Proposition. So, huwag kayong palito doon. Hindi porket false siya, hindi na siya proposition. Pag false siya, that makes the statement proposition. So, today is Friday is a proposition. What is the value? True or false?
False.
False.
Okay. Proposition, false. Number 2, on January 6, 2008, the temperature in Baguio City dropped to 10 degrees Celsius. Proposition, not proposition. Not proposition, according to JC. January 6.
Proposition, ma'am.
Okay.
Position, ma'am.
Okay. According to Jo Marie and Iron, it's proposition. At sabi ni Miguel, proposition. This is proposition. Because it's a declarative statement and you can assign if it's true or false. For now, we cannot say that it is true. We cannot say that it is false because hindi natin alam, wala tayong record ng temperature noong January 6, 2008. But if you take a look into it, chinek mo sa Google or kung kanino mo pwedeng i-check yan, kay Pag-asa, kung ano yung temperature noong January 6, 2008, we can say or malalaman natin na this statement is true or false. Okay? Number 3, square root of 4 is even integer. Proposition, not proposition.
Proposition.
Proposition, ma'am.
Proposition.
Proposition.
Truth value is
True.
True, ma'am.
true. Thank you. Number 4, why should you take discrete mathematics before automata? Proposition, not proposition.
Not
Not,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Not proposition. Thank you. Number 5, there is an integer x such as x squared is equivalent to 4.
Proposition.
Proposition, ma'am.
Proposition.
Proposition.
X is equivalent to 4. Okay, for this equation, this part makes it tricky for the statement. Kung proposition ba to o hindi. Ito kasi pag in-execute natin, this is equivalent to 2. Itong x square, we can assign x with 2. 2 raised to 2 is equivalent to 4, which makes the statement true. And x can also be assigned with a different number, say 3. 3 raised to 2, this is 9, which will make the statement false. For this one, nababago yung truth value depende kung ano yung mai-assign na value for x. Meaning, nagiging inconsistent kung true siya or truth value depending on the value of x. Sabi, propositions can be true or false, not both. And dapat definitive siya. If we compare this one to this one, ito, sa ngayon, hindi natin alam kung true or false siya. Pero we can prove, we can check that it's true kapag chinek natin yung weather system noong August 6, 2008. We will know if it's false if chinek natin yung weather noong January 6, 2008. So definitive na true, definitive na false. Unlike this one, nagiging indefinite na true siya, indefinite na false, depending on the value of x, making this a not a proposition. And all other algebraic expression, kasi dapat nga definitive or definite yung truth value. Hindi pa iba-iba kasi unknown yung value ng variable. Follow?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Number 6, answer this question. Proposition, not proposition. Answer this question. Declarative. Answer this question.
Proposition po.
Proposition, not proposition. True or false? Pwede ba natin lagyan to ng value na true o false? We cannot, making this a not a proposition. Number 7, 2 plus 6 is equivalent to 8. Proposition, not proposition.
Proposition.
Proposition, ma'am.
Proposition. Truth value is
True.
true. Number 8. 5 minus 7 is greater than 4.
Proposition, ma'am.
Proposition. Truth value is
False, ma'am.
false. Number 9. Do not disturb. Proposition, not proposition.
Not a proposition, ma'am.
Not proposition. Thank you. And number 10, x plus 7 is greater than equal 9.
Not, ma'am.
Also not a proposition. Okay? So nasundan po natin kung ano yung proposition and not proposition.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next. Logical connectives. O sabi natin, propositions are composed of variables and connectives. Ito na ngayon yung connectives. Let's discuss what are the connectives. The connectives that we have for this topic are conjunction, disjunction, negation, implication, and biconditional. Let's start with conjunction. Basically, logical connectives, ito yung logical operators natin last semester. Nadagdagan na ng ibang mga ano. Let's start with conjunction. Conjunction is and. Conjunct or pinagsasama niya, di ba? So, statement and statement 1 and statement 2. Conjunction of two statements. In some programming language, you can check na ang and niya is ampersand or yung word na and, di ba? If we program, sa ibang programming language, this is also acceptable as operator for logical and. And for conjunction, the truth value is true if both the propositional or propositions are true. True daw siya kapag parehong true. Parehong true, true, hindi pareho, hindi parehong true, hindi parehong true. Okay, so that is the truth value for conjunction. So if titingnan natin sa truth table, you're familiar with truth table, ginawa natin yan last semester. So pag dalawa, just few notes, pag dalawa po yung operator natin, operand. Pag dalawa yung operand natin, 1, 2. So titinan natin sa Boolean algebra or propositional logic, titinan natin yung combinations of all yung mga possible combinations. So your values could be a combination of true-true. Pwede yung value natin is true-false, pwedeng false-true, or false-false. 4 na possible combinations if dalawa yung variables natin. Para mas maging maayos o madali para sa atin yung pag-figure out ng combinations, list natin dito sa B yung values na true or false, alternate mo yung true, isang false, isang true, isang false. Dito sa A, lagay mo yung alternate na dalawang true, then dalawang false. Paano kung tatlo? We have, kunwari, A1 here. Tatlong variables, A1, A, and B. So, ano ang itsura ng truth table natin? Dito, pag isang alternate na isang true, isang false. Dito, dalawang true, dalawang false. Dito, 4. Diba sa ano, sa bytes? Dito. Sa binary, or sa hexa, sa octa, hexa, ano, yun, yung apatan, tatluhan. Yung una is 1, second is 2, yung place values, tapos yung pangatlo is 4. So, tig-isang 1, tig-isang true and false, dalawang true and false, 4 na true, and then 4 na false. Kunwari dito na lang yung kadutong na false. So, kung tatlo yung variable natin, we have 8 possible combinations. So, dito yung A1, A is, anong combination niya? True, true, false, false. And then B, anong values ng B? True, false, true, false. So, bale, pag tatlong variables, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 combinations. So, yung values natin kapag tatlong variables can be true, true, true. Pwedeng false, false, true. Pwedeng false, false, false. True, false, false. Ganun yung mga combinations. Okay? For now, focus tayo with 2 variables. For 2 variables, true, true, again, and true, false, false, false. Anong technique natin dyan? Dahil yung and may A, yung false, may A, marami sa truth value or output ay puro false. Okay? Next. Disjunction or operator, logical operator or. Dito naman, ang symbol niya is V. So, or operation of 2 operations A and B written as, ganyan yung equation. It is true daw if at least any of the values is true. So, kapag ka may true na, sa madaling sabi, true daw siya if kahit saang value merong true. So, basta may true na, true yung output. Mali yung ano nito, symbol. This is or. A or B is true or true is true. True or false is?
True.
True, ma'am.
False or true is?
True.
True, ma'am.
True. And false is false. Or false is?
False.
False, ma'am.
So makikita nyo, or may R, true may R, kaya maraming value, kaya maraming. Yun yung indication natin kung ano yung magiging output. Pag or, maraming true. Okay? Yung technique natin dyan. O basta may true na yon. That is disjunction or. Negation is yun yung operator o not. So kung ang value ng ang value is false, the output is true. Kung value is true, output is false. Ninegate lang natin or ninanat natin. So sa conjunction and disjunction and or, binary operator sila. Ibig sabihin, kailangan ng dalawang operand, A and B, dalawang operands para maging valid yung equation. Sa negation, unary operator, ibig sabihin kahit isa lang yung operand, okay na. Operator, operand. Ito yung value of A, not A, or not true is false. Not false is true. So that is negation. Next, we have implication. For implication, if then value denoted by arrow, A implies B, the answer is false if A is true and B is false. Or pwede ding B is true then A is false. So B implies A, this is false. So anong technique niyan? Kapag yung unang statement is true, second statement is false, that is false. Hanapin niyo yung combination ng true or false. True, false, this is false daw. And the rest are true. So true, true, true. That is for implication. Implication, false siya kapag ang combination is true, false, strictly. Okay? Next is biconditional. For biconditional, if and only if, or minsan we read that as equivalent, A equivalent B. So biconditional logical connective, it is true when P or Q, A or B, X and Y, variables to, when the two statements are both false. Kapag pareho daw false, true yan. Kapag parehong true, true din yan. Parehong true, true. Parehong false, true. Hindi pareho, false. Okay? So that is biconditional statement. Follow?
Follow, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Next. Okay, truth tables and validity. We use truth table to know or to execute kung ano yung value ng statement natin. And then, we can check kung valid yung statement. Example, we have an equation given is this. So A implies B and A and all over implies B. Dalawa yung variable natin, A and B lang. So ito yung possible combinations of values. True, 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 false, false, true, true, true. Now, if we execute this equation or statement, ito daw yung makukuha nating value. True, 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 true. So we use truth table to get or to show the value of this statement. Try natin. So first, parang sa MDAS lang or sa precedence of operations. Kung meron tayong grouping, you execute first yung pinaka nasa loob ng group. So, A implies B. Partition natin. Split natin yung mahabang equation. This is A implies B. Ano nga ba yung ruling natin sa implication? For implication, if A is true, B is false, A implies B, that is false. The rest are true. So true implies true is true. True implies false is false. Ito yung false. And the rest are true daw. True, true. That is implication. A and B. After natin execute to, execute natin yung and A. The answer for this, tapos and A. Conjunction with the value of A. True and true is true. False and true is
False.
false. True and false is
False.
false. True and false is false.
False.
Okay? So, ito na yan. And then lastly, for false implies to B. O, implication ulit. This value, itong nakuha natin dito, implication with the value of B. True, imply true is?
True.
True. False implies false is?
True.
True. False implies true is?
True.
True. False implies false is?
True.
True. Ma'am, bakit false? Binel, mabagal yung ano mo. Bakit walang false? Kasi wala tayong true-false combination. True, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. Walang true-false combination. Kaya lahat ng answer natin ay true. So kung ang truth table daw natin, nung in-execute natin yung statement, we can say kung yung statement is, or we can identify kung yung statement is tautology, contradiction, or contingency. Kapag daw puro true, formula is always true, tautology ang tawag dyan. Totoo, tautology, true lahat. Kapag daw puro false naman, nung nag-execute tayo, puro false, ang tawag dyan, always false, contradiction. Okay? Tautology, puro true yung truth values. Contradiction, puro false yung truth values. Contingency, if it has some true, some false sa answers, doesn't matter kung ilan yung false or ilan yung true. Ang tawag dyan ay contingency. Follow? Yes? Tautology true, contradiction false, contingency, combination of true and false. Okay? Next. Propositional equivalences. For propositional equivalences, ito yan. Ang example yan or pinaka-best explanation yan is 2 plus 3 is equivalent to 1 plus 4. These are two mathematical statements pero equivalent siya. Ganun din yung ibig sabihin sa logical statements. Kung logical statement X is equivalent to logical statement Y, pwede yon, pwede mangyari yon. If and only if with following the two condition, or we can test that using these two conditions. X and Y daw, logical statement X and logical X statement Y are equivalent if the truth table of each statement have the same truth values. Pareho daw sila ng truth values for statement X and for statement Y. Second method is we can check by conditional statement X and Y. Pagka binay-conditional statement daw natin or binay-conditional natin yung X and Y, and all answers are true or tautology, we can say that X and Y are equivalent. Okay? So, ganun yon. First statement, if in-execute natin yung statement and pareho ng value, so 2 plus 3 is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. Pareho ng value, equivalent yung statement. By conditional, kapag ka binay-conditional natin yung X and Y and the output is truth, puro true or tautology, equivalent yung X and Y. Let us practice. So let us prove statements A or B or negative A or B, this one, first statement, and negative A and negative B, this statement, this is the second statement, equivalent daw siya. So first method, using the original TT. This is truth table. So, bago pa nauso yung twice, college kami, meron na kaming truth table. Okay. So execute natin tong first statement. Again, yung nasa loob ng parentheses, A or B, say like the true values of A or B. True or true is true.
True.
True or false is
True.
false or true is
True.
True.
false or false is
False.
False.
Now you negate that answer kasi meron siyang negation. Not true is
False.
not true is
False.
not true is and not false is
True.
true. So, ito daw yung answer for the first statement. Let us execute the second statement. Negative A, negative B, tapos conjunction. Negative A, ito yung value ng A. So, not A is false, false, true, true. Not B. This is the value of B. False.
False. True.
False.
False.
True.
True.
Now the conjunction of the two values and natin to. False and false is?
False.
False and true is?
False.
True and false is?
False.
True and true is?
True.
True.
So this is the values for this statement. False, 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 true. And again, yung first statement, false, 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 true. Pareho sila ng values. Therefore, these are equal using truth table. Correct? Follow?
Correct. Follow.
Thank you.
Yes,
Method number 2, same statement. For same statement, method number 2, alala nyo, first value is false, 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 true. Second statement, false, 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 true. Kapag L,
May lalo yan.
ay nako, Binel. Oh, again, first statement, second statement, kapag daw pinay-conditional natin sila and check natin if tautology. Again, paano yung sabay conditional? True siya kapag by conditional statement, you get true output kapag parehong true or kaparehong false? Tama?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Parehong false. Answer is?
False.
True.
Ay.
True.
True, ma'am.
Okay, true. Pag
True.
parehong value, true yung answer. Parehong false, this is?
True.
Parehong false, this is?
True.
Parehong true, this is?
True.
True. True, 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 true. Tautology. So this will satisfy you. This one. By conditional statement, X and Y. Tautology. Therefore, equivalent yung statement natin. Tautology siya. Follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. Okay. So, doon natin na-prove na equivalent yung dalawang statement using truth table or using them second method by conditional and making sure that the output is tautology. Equivalent yung dalawang statement. And then, meron tayong mga important logical equivalences or merong mga statements kasi na na-prove na before na mga computer scientists, mathematician, na kahit anong gawin natin, ano na yun, steady na yung values nila. Hindi na nababago. Kaya sila naging theorems and laws. So for this one, example, first law is identity law. For identity law, ang ruling natin dito, if the proposition or the statement and conjunction with true, that is equivalent to kung ano yung value ng proposition. So example, the proposition, ang value ng proposition is true in conjunction with true, that is equivalent to the value of the proposition true. If the proposition is false, false din daw yung magiging answer if conjunction to true. If we check true and true is true, false and true is false. So kung ano daw yung value ng proposition, yun yung answer in conjunction with true. Identity law. Follow?
Follow.
So let's check the second statement. Statement or proposition, disjunction or with false, answer is kung anong value ng proposition. So P, if the value is true or false, kung ano daw yung value ng proposition, yun yung answer. True or false is true. If the value of proposition is false, false or false, answer is false. Kung anong value ng proposition in disjunction with false, siya din yung answer. Identity laws. Okay? Next, domination law. For domination law, we have two statements. First statement is proposition, disjunction with true. The answer is true. Let us test or check this one. If the value of proposition is true or true, the answer is true. True or true is true. What if the value of proposition is false? False or true, the value is true. So in this domination law, anything in disjunction with true, the answer is true. Disjunction with true, answer is true. Kaya naman sa or, dominating or ang lagi nyo nakikita is true, true, true. Kasi true yung dominating value for operation or. Ganun yun. The second equation, and. Anything that is in conjunction with false, the answer is false. So if you check that, value of true is false, conjunction with false, the answer is false. Value of P is false, in conjunction with false, the answer is false. Kasi ang dominating value ng and ay false. Domination law. Okay? Next. Idempotent. For idempotent, anything daw that is in disjunction with itself, the answer is itself. Anything with in conjunction with itself, the answer is itself. So test natin yung first statement. Disjunction. Value of, kunwari value of P or statement is true. True or true, the answer is itself. True pa din. If the value of P is false, false or false, the value is, answer is itself pa rin, which is false. Test natin yung second one. Anything in conjunction with itself. P and P. Kunwari, value of P is true. True and true is, answer is, kung ano yung value niya, itself. Value of P is false. Kunwari, in conjunction with itself, the answer is false. False and false is false. Okay? So that is idempotent law. Clear? Next, double negation. For double negation, if you are negating the value of the statement and then negate mo uli, you have meron kang dalawang negative, dalawang not, double negation yun. Kapag double negation, just cancel the negative, yun din yung answer, yun yung answer niya or equivalent siya dun sa itself. Tanggalin mo lang yung negative. So negative and negative will be positive. So let's try this. Prove natin double negation. If the value of P is true, not true is false, tapos negate mo, not false is equivalent to true. So ito yun. Kung ano yung value niya, siya din yun. How about sa false? If the value of P is false, not false is true, and then not true, negate mo, balik siya sa false. This one and this one. Double negation. This is P equivalent to P. Follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Next. Commutative law. For commutative law, that is familiar sa inyo, di ba? Na encounter nyo yung commutative law of addition. Pag sinabi commutative law of addition, pwedeng yung 1 plus 3 is equivalent to 3 plus 1. Magkaiba man yung pesto, pareho pa rin yung, magbaliktad man sila ng pesto, pareho naman yung answer. Ganun din sa commutative law. Okay? So, P or Q is equivalent to Q or P. P and Q is also equivalent to Q and P. Let us test the first equation. P or Q. So P or Q, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. The answer is true. True or true is true. True or false is true. False or true is true. False or false is true. Sorry, false. This is the answer. True, 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 false. For Q, pagbalik natin ang pwesto, Q or P, true, false, true, false, and P is true, true, false, false. Answer is true or true is true, false or true is true, true or false is true, false or false is true. So pareho lang sa ng value with this one, making them equivalent. Okay? Commutative law. Ganun din naman sa conjunction. Magkaiba man yung pwesto, same answer lang yung conjunctions. That would be true, false, 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 true, false, 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 false for this truth table. Next, commutative, meron tayong associative law. For associative law, familiar din sa inyo. Associative law for addition. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equivalent to 1 plus 2 plus 3. So kahit sino i-group mo, this is equivalent or same answer with this one, associative law. Ganun din siya dito. So we have P or Q or R. Ito yung nakagroup, pareho lang yan ng P, Q or R. This one, ito naman yung nakagroup. Ganun din sa end. P and Q and R is equivalent to Q and R and P. Magkaiba yung groupings. We can apply associative law if granting pareho sila ng operation. Ha? Dapat parehong or, parehong and. Yun yung rule sa associative law. Kapag hindi sila pareho, hindi mo pwedeng i-apply yung associative law. You can only apply distributive law. For example, this one. This is or, this is and. Hindi sila pareho. So, hindi pwedeng apply yung associative law. What we could do is distribute this one, P or Q, this to this one. Ito yon P or Q. Tapos and, ito yon and. Distribute mo ulit yung P or Q with R. P or R, sorry. So yan, distribute P and Q and P or Q and P or R. Yan yung distribution. This one, this is and, this is or, hindi pareho. We cannot apply associative, but we can apply distributive. Distribute P and P conjunction to Q, this one, and then or P conjunction to R, this one. Distributive law. Follow? Yes po, nasundan?
Opo.
Next.
Opo, ma'am.
We have De Morgan's law. For De Morgan's law, if you have conjunction statement and then negative outside, ang gagawin mo dyan, equivalent daw siya with pag dinistribute natin yung negative, negative P and negative Q, and then baliktarin mo yung conjunction, magiging disjunction. Yung end naging or. Pareho lang daw yung statement na yan. Doon sa kabila naman, kung or siya, disjunction statement, tapos may negative, baliktarin mo siya, gawin mo conjunction, and then distribute the negative. Let us check or prove this one. For this one, P and Q. So, P and Q, ang answers dyan ay true, false. Shortcut ko na ha, pero alam nyo na yung truth table. True, false, false. Tapos, pag i-negative pa natin, that would be false, true, true, true. That is the answer for the statement 1. For this one, negative P will be, pag negative P with this will be false, false, true, true, and then negative Q, this will be false, true, false, true. Tapos or natin, false or false is?
False.
False or true is?
True.
True.
True or false is? True.
True.
True or true is
True.
true. For this one, false, true, 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 true. This is equivalent to false, true, 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 true. So equivalent daw sila. De Morgan's law. Ganun din naman yung second statement. Hello? So
Yes, ma'am.
Opo, ma'am.
distribute lang natin yung negation and then baliktarin natin yung operation. De Morgan's law. Next, absorption law. For absorption law, if first statement, statement 1 in disjunction with statement 2, tapos meron pa siyang conjunction with the first statement. Ganyan yung position nila. So P, P, Q, statement 1, and Q. Tapos magka-inverse. This is N, this is OR, magkabaliktaran. This is OR, this is N, magkabaliktad na conjunction, disjunction. Pag ganyan daw yung statement mo, that is equivalent to P. Ang haba ng statement, tapos P lang. Let's prove that. So P and P or Q. So P or Q, shortcut, P or Q, this will be true, 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 false. P is, anong value ng P? That is true, true, false,
True.
false. Eh yung dito, yung N nila. For N, true and true is true. True and true is true. False and true is false. False and false is false. Ito daw yung answer sa first one. Eh anong value ng P? Ito yung value ng P. True, true, false, false, false. Ito yung value ng first statement. True, true, false, false. Equal. Kita? Pareho, no? So these statements are equivalent. Let's try the second one. P or P statement conjunction Q. So and this is true, false, false, false. Value of P is true, true, false, false. Now, pagka ignore mo daw, true or true is true, false or true or false is true, false or false is false, false or false is false. Kung ano value ng P, true, true, false, false, ganun daw yung value ng statement na yon, true, true, false, false. Equal? Equal. So, pag ganyan, absorption, P lang din yan. Next, implication law. For implication law, okay. If we have P imply Q, this is equivalent daw to negative P or disjunction Q. Equivalent daw yang dalawang statement na yan. Let us prove. P implies Q. This is true, true, false, false. Values of Q is true, false, true, false. Ano yung implication? Ano kasi yung rule natin sa implication? False siya kapag combination is true and false. That is false. The rest are true. That is implication. For this one naman, negative P. What is negative P? Negative P is false, false, true, true. Q. What is Q? Q is true, false, true, false. What is yung or nila? Tama, or. Negative P or Q. False or true is true. False or false is false. True or true is true. Sorry, false to. False true is true. False or false is false. True or true is true. True or false is true. So this one, true, false, true, true is equivalent to true, false, true, true. So equivalent daw tong dalawang statement. Follow? Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. Implication, tautology. For tautology, anything that you conjunct with a negative self, answer is true. Statement, disjunction. A statement, disjunction, negative statement is equivalent to true. So if P is true, negative P is false, or true or false is true. If its statement is false, negative statement is true. Disjunction, false or true is true. So anything daw you have disjunction with itself, negative self, the answer is true always. Tautology. Next, equivalence. Okay. For equivalence, ito yung statement niya. P implies Q and Q implies P. Conjunction mo yung dalawa. So magkabaliktad. Pareho lang daw siya ng this one, equivalence. By conditional. Let's check. So P implies Q. This is true, true, false, false. This is true, false, true, false. Again, implication, false siya kapag true, false yung combination. The rest, they are true. Pero paano kapag pinag-iba natin yung pwesto? True, false, true, false. And the value of P is true, true, false, false. Implication. Hanapin mo yung true, false na combination at yun yung false. True, false, and the rest are true. So this one and this one, i-end down natin. So true and true is true. False and true is false. True and false is false. True and true is true. Ito yung answer for the first statement. Equivalent daw siya with my conditional true. True is true. True. False is false. False by conditional false, true is false. And true by conditional, false by conditional false is true. True, false, false, true is equivalent with true, false, false, true. Match, equivalent, correct ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is equivalence. Follow ba guys? Question? So those, yun yung mga important logical equivalence. So you have equivalence, ganyan yung itsura niya. Tautology, implication law, absorption law, De Morgan's, distributive, associative, commutative, double negation, idempotent, domination, identity. It's important that you are familiar with these logical equivalences, theories, and laws. In that way, we can be able to simplify propositions. For simplification of proposition, ibig sabihin, kung paano kayo mag-simplify ng fraction. Kung mahaba yung equation, we can simplify that using replacements ng mga equivalences. So example, we have here this statement. Tapos check natin kung anong logical equivalence ang pwede natin apply according to what is given. So meron tayong negative outside this one. Kapag may negative, anong law yung pwede nating gamitin? Can you refer to your course book? Nasa isang page lang yung mga important logical equivalences.
De Morgan's law, ma'am.
De Morgan's law. So pagka negative, you can check on double negation, De Morgan's law. And doon hindi naman siya double negation, di ba? So we can apply De Morgan's law. Paano mo natin i-apply yung De Morgan's dito? De Morgan's. So the De Morgan's, paano yung rule ng De Morgan's? Distribute mo yung negative, tapos baliktarin mo yung operation. Di ba? So ito yung first statement. This one. And ito yung second statement. Distribute natin. This will be negative P. Inverse mo yung statement, ay yung operation. And then, yung negative, ma-distribute dito. This will be negative, negative, P, and Q. Follow? Nakita po kung paano naging ganun yun? Do I need to repeat? Ulitin natin.
Sige po, ma'am.
Sige, ulit. So this is your equation. Itong isang buo, may negative. So kapag may negative, according to the laws, ano lang yung may relation sa law, sa negative. Yung double negation at saka yung De Morgan's, ayan, natatouch nila yung negative. Kaso, for this equation, isang statement tapos negative, hindi yan pasok sa double negation. Therefore, we can check if we can do De Morgan's law. Ano ba yung De Morgan's law? If we have statement 1, statement 2, distribute natin yung negative, tapos balik na rin natin yung operation. Can you verify that? Yung statement number 2 ng De Morgan's. So, ito, babalik na rin natin, magiging and. Tapos, yung negative, distribute natin dito sa first statement, magiging negative P. Tapos, negative, distribute natin dito sa second statement. Itong second statement, may negative na siya automatic. Negative, P, and Q. Tapos, sinamahan pa natin ng isa pang negative na galing dun sa labas. Kaya siya naging ganyan. This is De Morgan's. Nasundan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next. Dun sa given naman natin ngayon, what law can we apply to replace yung equivalensya?
Double negation, ma'am.
Okay. For double negation, ito yun. Ito yung titinan natin for double negation. This statement, dito tayo mag-focus. So, ano ba yung ruling natin sa double negation? Drop lang natin yung negative, di ba? So, ang matitira dito ay P and Q. Wala na yung negative. Tapos, copy natin yung the rest of the statement. Okay? So, ang rule natin dito ay double negation. Next. Ito na yung statement natin. Negative P and negative P and Q. Tapos nakagroup yung P and Q. Kapag may groupings na ganyan, ano yung mga laws na pwede natin matouch kapag may groupings? So we have absorption. Meron tayong absorption, meron tayong distributive, meron tayong associative. So elimination tayo dito. Sa absorption, ang rule ni absorption, di ba? P, P, Q. Kaso dapat magkaiba yung operators nila. Magkabaliktad. So hindi pwedeng absorption dito. Correct? Ano pa? Distributive. Sa distributive, sabi natin, mag-distribute tayo kung magkaiba. This is N tapos or dapat to. Magkabaliktad. This or to tapos N to. Kaso hindi nga. Pareho sila ng operation. So hindi pwedeng absorption, hindi pwedeng distributive. Natitira ay ano mga rulings natin? Yung may groupings. Associative. So, sa associative, may groupings tayo. Tapos, pareho ng operators, we can associate na. So, this one is equivalent to negative P and P. Yan yung nakagroup and Q. Equivalent lang daw yan. So, itong dalawa ay equivalent dito. With following the associative rule or associative law. Follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kung ganyan na yung itsura ng statement natin, ito na siya. Ano na kaya yung susunod natin pwedeng i-apply? Negative and itself to negative. Can you check kung anong rule yon? Anong rule yon? That is contradiction. Sa contradiction, it's a statement in conjunction with negative self. The answer is false. Pagbalik na rin man natin yan. So, P and negative P. Pareho lang yan. So, that is actually commutative. So, commutative law muna. Commutative law. For commutative law, this is P and negative P. Pareho lang yan nitong nasa taas. And Q. So, ano na-apply natin dito? Commutative. And then, what else? So, apply na natin dito sa statement na to. P and not P. Dito apply natin ang contradiction. Contradiction. Anything that a statement in conjunction with the negative self that is equivalent to false. Tapos, copyin lang natin yung natitirang part ng statement and Q. So, F and Q na yung statement natin. So, anything in conjunction with F, anong role yun? Something that you have to be in conjunction with F, the answer is, or anything you, that is, Jomari?
Domination law po.
Domination, the answer is, so this one, the answer is false, applying the domination law. So masasabi natin na itong equation na to is equivalent to F. Oh. Ano natin siya? I-prove natin siya using truth table. So values of true is, sabi natin, ito is equivalent to F. So dapat contradiction lahat to. P is true, true, false, false. True, true, false, false. Tapos Q is true, false, true, false. Execute natin one by one. True and false, true and true is true. True and false is false. False and true is false. False and false is false. Tapos negate natin. Negate natin yung nakuha nating answer. This will be false, true, true, true. Tapos, or natin with P. True or false is true. False or true is true. True, false or true is true. False or true is true. Anything with true is true. Tapos, last is negate natin this one. So, not true, this will be false. Not true, this will be false. Not true, this will be false. Not true, this is false. So, puro false daw siya. Equivalent to false. This equation is contradiction, puro false. That is, ganyan natin pinoprove na tama yung equation natin kanina or yung solving natin kanina. Follow? Yes? Question? So that ends our discussion today.